Welcome back to the Cardinal Report. This week's correspondent is sophomore Mallory Carr, who will take us inside the Cardinal Corner.
Hi, I'm Mallory Carr. I'm a sophomore at North Central College, and I'm a part of the women's golf team. And today I will be interviewing a few of my teammates. This is Marissa Miko. She's a freshman here at North Central College. She came from Naperville North. And Marissa, what is your first impression of Coach Ty?
I think he's a really great guy. I've known him since I was 10 years old because I've been out here at Crest Creek for about 8 years, and he's a really nice guy. And he can be a goofball sometimes, but we all love him, so I really like him.
Okay, and what made you come to North Central?
Well, I wanted to be on a golf team where I could be a part of it and contribute, as well as I really like the music program at North Central. So.
And speaking of music, what are you majoring in?
Music education.
And do you play any instruments or any other musical talents?
I play oboe, piano, and I sing.
Awesome. And what do you think of the team so far?
I really like the team. We had our first tournament, and I thought we did really well, and we all bond together, and I just like them all. They're really nice and cool. So.
All right. Thanks, Marissa. This is Jessica Struthers. She's a senior on the North Central College women's golf team, a.k.a. Pokey. And Pokey, how did you get your nickname?
Well, during preseason, my freshman year, Stephanie Shelf, who's not here with us, she's in London. I was just really slow coming to a lunch one day, so she called me Slowpoke, and now I'm Pokey.
Okay, and what is your favorite memory of Coach Ty?
I think one of my first memories was kind of like, if you have a bad shot, he's always like, oh, at least you look good. So I think he's always positive towards everyone. So he's an overall nice guy.
And what is your favorite thing about golf?
About golf in general? Being with you guys, hanging out with the team, traveling.
This is Alyssa Gaudio. She's a junior at North Central College, and she's from Western Springs. And what is your favorite memory of Coach, Alyssa?
Okay, my favorite memory would have to be my freshman year when we were driving to the tournament at Olivet, and it was move-in day for the freshmen, and so we're driving with the huge van, and he runs into some truck's mirror and knocks it off, and then he goes to pick it up and try and puts it back on, and the guy comes out, and it was just a really bad experience.
And what is your favorite golf memory so far?
It would have to be conference freshman year when I saw everyone on the 18th green, and I hit my shot to about like 1 foot to make it to win. So.
And what are you majoring in at North Central?
Exercise physiology.
Okay. And why did you pick golf?
Well, I don't know. Freshman year of high school, my dad wanted me to try golf, and so I tried out for the team, and then I got to like it and like the people that I meet, and so that's basically it.
And why did you pick to room with me?
I don't know, because you're like my little sissy.
Okay, thank you, Alyssa. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and make sure you check out North Central College athletic site to catch up on women's golf.
Clark, thanks for joining us today. Kind of checking out other action at NCC athletics, men's and women's soccer. Women's soccer, 2-0 to start the season. It looks pretty promising.
Yeah, they picked up a couple of wins against Benedictine University and Maranatha Baptist Bible College last week. Both wins, they won 4-0, which was a good sign because last year they had a bit of difficulty putting the ball in the net. Those were both much larger margins of victory than they had over those two schools last year, so definitely a good thing to see.
Laura Peterson had a hat trick, 3 goals in a span of what looked to be 11 minutes. Is that something we can expect out of her this year or out of the team, maybe the goals going up?
Well, the team would certainly like to see that. She was leading scorer a couple of years ago, and then last year had a bit of a dip in productivity. Seems to be in better shape this year, so it looks like she'll be able to be somebody that they can depend on once they get into conference play.
Heading over on the boys' side, they've started off the season 1-3. However, they've been getting some production out of Micah Melendrez. What's the season looking like for the boys?
Well, it's kind of a team that can't really buy a break right now. They did pick up the win against the 14th ranked team in the country, Carleton College, last weekend. In double overtime, they actually had to come from behind just to force the extra period there. Then they played last night against Moody Bible Institute up in Chicago, which has one of the top-ranked teams in their affiliation, and lost that game 2-1. So they've had a couple of close losses already. Micah, obviously, as the leader, is a guy that a lot of teams tend to key on and double or triple team him. Sure. But he's been able to get free a little bit and put the ball in the net, I think, 3 times in the last 2 games. So I think Matt Klosterman and the coaching staff are trying to find some different ways to get him free and get him some looks at the goal.
Is that what the coaching staff is looking to do? Maybe stack their schedule early, play some better teams, so when they get to that CCIW competition, they're competing against what they've seen all season long?
Well, it's important for them to test themselves before they get into those situations where they're competing against conference teams. They finished at the bottom of the conference last year, so they definitely want to make sure they're ready to go up against that level of competition, which is a significant step up. Considering the status of the CCIW within the Division III as a soccer conference. So they want to make sure that they're at the top of their game when they get into that part of their schedule.
Sure. Now over women's volleyball, they've kind of started off this season red hot, 6-0. Is this something that we should be looking out for all season long, kind of a lot of wins for women's volleyball?
Well, they look to have all the pieces in place for a really successful year. They picked up a couple of freshman starters, one of which is Emily Cardwell, an outside hitter from Naperville North. That have enabled them to do some different things offensively, as well as switch some players back into some more familiar positions. They had Stephanie Riding, one of our top defensive players, was playing out of position last year at setter, which deprived the team of back row presence defensively and really kind of caused some problems there with the recruitment of a freshman setter, Ryan Lally, who started all 6 matches so far and has done really well there. Stephanie's been able to move back to her natural position on the back row, which has enabled them to transition from defense to offense a lot more effectively.
Sure. CCIW volleyball always looks to be pretty tough. Should we look out for North Central College to kind of be up there with the pack?
Well, we're going to find out right away. Their first conference match is in a couple of weeks against Carthage College, which has won the last 6 conference championships. I don't think they've lost a conference match in about 5 years, even in the regular season. So they're going to go up there and get right into it. So we'll find out right away what they're made of.
Clark, thank you very much for joining us today, as always. NCTV is always keeping you connected with your area sports team. I'm Will Armistead, and thanks for watching the Cardinal Report.